Oh, before we get started, Glitchless with a $52 donation. Pretty sure you didn't die 5.2 times, but thank you very much for the donation. If you got an incentive you want to put that towards, let me know. But up now is Dragon Warrior Randomizer with Gameboyf9 and a couple of commentators, so take it over and good luck.
Thank you very much, High Spirits, and once again, thank you, Glitchless, for the previous run. That was really fun, great run. But now it's Dragon Warrior Randomizer time with speed hacks. We don't typically play speed hacks around the Twitch universe, except probably on my channel, but here we go. We are going to do that. Before I introduce my commentary, you'll notice that I've set the name appropriately. You're going to find that it's going to be the worst build in the game. MP Agility. Nobody ever plays this, and I don't suggest it. Also, I put in that name possibly as a subliminal message to get RPGchick to join the randomizer tournament coming up. No, anyway, let's introduce our commentary. First, we have Z-Man050778. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. And next we have one of the newest RPG Valkyries in Silverfire. Is that correct?
That is right. Hi, I'm Sil, and yeah, I was recently inducted into the RPG Valkyries.
Congratulations. It's a great group.
It is a great group. Congratulations, my friend.
Does that mean you're going to do Mystic Quest Randomizer with the other ones if we reach 6,000?
It does mean that I will get sucked into doing Mystic Quest Randomizer with all the other Valkyries if you reach that donation goal. So go ahead and donate for that.
All right, and with that note, as soon as I start, I'm going to let Z-Man Silverfire take over. So have fun, and 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck on your run, Game Boy. So let's see what we have here in these first 3 treasure chests. We're looking for 2 magic keys, or that was a dragon scale, that was an herb, so this one's going to be a magic key.
Aha!
Ooh, having hurt more this early in the seed is wonderful for early game grinding and for just basically progressing through the...
Okay, all right. Not a real.
that was a little scary right there.
Well, that was a nice power gain. Nice everything. Oh.
And running out of HP. Yeah, that's death 1. So did I hear right that you were also going to do a $10 donation per death, Game Boy?
I don't know. Yeah, that would be to quote Kids in the Hall, evil.
So while Game Boy is wandering around the desert here, Silverfire, why don't you tell us a little bit about, Game Boy mentioned earlier the MP agility build. What does that actually mean when it comes to getting levels and as the game progresses?
Okay, so basically which name you choose will affect the stats you gain, and 2 of the stats will be penalized by 10%, and the other 2 will be normal. So in this case, the 4 stats are Strength, Agility, HP, and MP. With this name, MP and Agility are at their full values, and HP and Strength are 10% lower than they would otherwise be. So this is kind of the opposite of what you normally see runners choose, which would be one of the various Strength and HP, because that will directly affect how early you can fight the Dragon Lord. You'll also notice that, by the way, this game has a randomly generated world map. So Game Boy's going to be moving around. He's looking for towns and caves. And ultimately, we need... the objective of this is to assemble the 3 items we need for the rainbow drop, which will give us access to the final dungeon, and the equipment and stats in order to actually clear the final dungeon and the final boss. So the rainbow drop needs the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight, and the Erdrick's token. And then you need the NPCs that actually assemble that to the rainbow drop. who's often noted as the jerk because he tells you off if he's doing anything but giving you the rainbow drop.
So, something to notice here that what Game Boy just picked up in that cave that he just entered was the fairy flute. Okay? Now, normally the fairy flute is on the tile in coal that is south of the warm spring, I guess is what they call it. Well, given now that it's in the chest, so now we're only going to have one thing on a searchable tile. We're either going to have Erdrick's armor, and that's either going to be in coal or on the overworld map. So that's basically a guarantee now. So one of those tiles is going to be blank.
Yep. The Erdrick's token and the Erdrick's armor will both show up. So Erdrick's armor is one of the it's kind of the armor piece you're looking for to fight the Dragon Lord, because not only does it give good defense, it also gives you resistance to Dragon Lord's fire breath, reducing its damage by about 30%.
Yeah, the Erdrick's armor is one of the most broken pieces of armor, basically on the NES system.
Yeah, it's literally designed that it's required to beat the game. It gives you pretty huge defense, like 8 more than the next best armor. It gives you 30% damage reduction from Dragon Fire and Hurt spells, and it gives you 1 HP regen per step your character takes.
And it makes you immune to the spell stop spell.
Oh, and it makes you immune to stop spell. I almost forgot about that one.
Oh, and it makes you immune from tiles, from the damaged tiles, either the trap tiles or poison swamp.
Here we have a town. This is actually the town of Catlin. Looks like we're gonna pick up some supplies here, and so one of the places that all of the key items can be, there's a bunch of chests in caves, and then there's also some searchable places in the world that are just you're searching the ground and you find an item on the ground. One of those is in the town of Cole, which would be where you find the fairy flute in the original game. One of them is the town of Hawksness, which is the ruined town, which is where the Erdrick's armor is in the original game. This is the town of Cole, actually. So we might find something here.
So let's see what we have here south of the bath. We have the token.
Yep, that's 1/3 of the rainbow drop.
So, and the other thing to point out was when he was in Catlin, the 2 best pieces of purchasable stuff were in Catlin, the flame sword and the silver shield.
Yep. Yeah, you do want a weapon that's because you need pretty good attack power to fight the Dragon Lord. This might mean the ultimate weapon in the game, Erdrick's sword, but sometimes you can make do with something slightly less good if your strength is high enough, or you just happen to gain more levels than you would otherwise expect. Which cave is this, Game Boy?
I'm working on the grave.
Okay, so this is Garen's grave. Looks like you didn't bother picking up any torches earlier.
I got one now.
I missed that middle one.
Fairy water.
Okay.
It was a great bonus. Now, can I finally get more than 17 agility? Or, well, no, I have 24.
I thought this was an agility build.
So yeah, your
stats,
no idea.
Your stats are in fact randomized as well. Anyway, so other than that, there's also possibly an item hidden on the overworld map somewhere, which you get coordinates for in the town of Cantlin, which we just found not too long ago.
But unfortunately, in order to access those coordinates, the one thing he needs, and something that is very often a blocker to any seed, are keys. So you can find a key in a treasure chest, or the easiest thing to do is find the town of Rimeldar, which then gives you access to purchasable keys.
See, you say it's easy to find the town of Rimeldar, and I happen to disagree with that.
Oh, so do I. When I play, I can't find Rimeldar. It's just when I commentate that Rimeldar shows up.
That's how it works. By the way, just so you all know, I haven't seen it. I didn't know in chat if anybody protested to starting with a hurt more, but that was not intentional. I just rolled the seed like 15 minutes ago, so, or however many minutes ago. So
Yeah, hurt more
sure.
against most enemies, it'll just hit for 58 to 65 damage. There are some of the stronger enemies that will resist it. So that there was the sage that will turn the silver harp in for the staff of rain. So it's good that we found that as well. And we also have found earlier, we found the jerk that will then take the staff of rain and the stones of sunlight and give you the rainbow drop.
And the reason why we call him the jerk is if you go into his cave and talk to him before having the 3 pieces of the 3 items that you need, he literally kicks you out of the cave.
Yeah. And if you talk to him after he's given you the rainbow drop, then he's like, "You have no business being here. Go."
And literally kicks you out of the cave.
I don't think he kicks you out of the cave in that particular case.
Yeah, let's just
He's
go
still
with it.
he's still very mean.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's just go with it. Just makes him more of a jerk.
It would actually be speed strats if he did.
Actually, it would be. Oh, look, we have a Spectre breathing baby fire. Now, note, we have not yet seen Dragon Lord 2 breath, which is always fun to find, especially in weak enemies.
Although, to be fair, we haven't seen weak enemies do much of anything, given that they all get hurt more.
That's true.
Oh, I'll pause for a second. I see that. Okay, we're back. All right. All right. What am I doing here? I'm casting Hurt More. Okay.
The same thing you do every night, Game Boy. You cast Hurt More.
Especially with a bunch of high experience monsters.
Yeah, this is very much looking to be a jet seed. Because we're not, a lot of times you usually have to spend a little bit of time doing some early grinding, and then you get to start exploring, but with the power of this Hurt More, Game Boy is just able to explore right off the bat with no equipment, no weapon, just blazing through with this mage strats. Note that we don't have any healing spells.
Yeah,
So
I was
still-
about ready. I was about ready to say, is this a white mage or is this a black mage?
Apparently RPGC is a black mage.
Apparently. Has all the stamina of a black mage, that's for sure. Oh, look, 2 hits dead.
She has
I think-
84 health at level 7. I think you can. Oh, sorry, level 9.
And
That's
26
pretty good.
and 26 agility.
Oh, God.
just that equipped armor and equipped shield are a little bit lacking right now. When you die, you don't lose any experience or any of the items that you found. The only thing you lose is half of the gold you're carrying. So dying is not that much of a setback, except for the part where you have to walk halfway across the world back to where you were.
So, you kind of bemoaned his 20-something agility at level 9. What's the problem with having such a low agility number
Well-
at this point, Sil?
Given the Hurt More, the biggest problem is that we're more likely to get ambushed by enemies. It will also affect runaway chances, but why run away when you can hurt more? So really, it's mostly affecting the ambush chances. It also affects the defense a little bit. Although the lack of armor affects the defense more.
All right, let's see.
Looks like we're gonna finally pick up some armor.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up something. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And a weapon just to round things out, even if it's just a club.
Now, can I...
You can kind of see the effects of the speed hacks, not only in the fast text, but also all of the little sounds that play like at the beginning of battle or when we use the in are greatly sped up. All the screen transitions and stuff are greatly increased in speed. Oh, looks like we finally have a heal spell now. We have Heal More, which is essentially required to beat the game. You are guaranteed to see that by level 16 in the randomizer. Yeah, why run when you can cast Nuke? Why run when you can cast Hurt More? Doesn't change that much between Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior, really. We're looking for a place to get keys. We're looking for a probably in the mountain cave. We will need to find the final dungeon at some point. Oh, we got dragons.
Isn't that how it always works?
We saw the Hurtmore missed a couple times against that second blue dragon. That's the resistance I was referring to earlier. It's not fixed. It's affected somewhat by the randomizer, how much resistance they have, if I remember correctly.
Only for stop spells. Hurt More is still...
Hurtmore's fixed?
vanilla.
Okay, so it's it's approximately 50-50 for a blue dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if it was like plus or minus at all.
Just trying to get my bearings straight here.
We're not in Alaska.
Shh. Oh. Rude.
That's the ambushing I was referring to going into effect.
Lavitz with a bad pun. This time, Mr. Green Dragon, you will be.
We haven't seen any yet, but I do hope to see a Spark Over Bridge while we're running this seed. Spark Over Bridge is a bridge to nowhere, specifically, generally a bridge that ends in a one-tile piece of land, because the randomizer will attempt to put bridges in places that they look valid. But, you know, if there's a little bit of water and then one spot of land on the other side, that looks valid as far as the randomizer algorithm's concerned.
Meanwhile, I got 0 agility. I love it.
Where's MPI when you need him?
I'd like to know that right about now. Oh look, a cave and a town. Fine.
Ah, this is the town. So this is the ruined town of Hawksness. And in the back here there will be a possibly one of the key items. Unfortunately, red dragons have very high. They have both very high agility, which makes them very difficult to run away from. They have 15 out of 16 chance to resist hurt more, and they hit like trucks.
Oh, and they also have hurt more in this seed.
And apparently they have hurt more, which is actually making things a little easier than if they were just meleeing all the time, because you can silence those hurt mores with the stop spell. So you're probably gonna head back there now?
Yeah.
Try to get to the armor shop in Hawksness without getting the fun police after you. Yeah, the fun police is of course our affectionate name for the red dragons.
And we use affectionate in the loosest form of the word possible. Hawksness, round 2, fight!
Fight. So I'm looking for, let's see if I get a good monster. That is an okay monster. Well, not if sleep doesn't work.
And these resist hurt more, what, 50% of the time?
Yeah. Aha.
Alright, so let's see.
Okay, so that means that the overworld map will have the last, will have the Erdrick's armor somewhere.
So that's kind of scary. And Oh, I was not expecting that. That's kind of scary because you all donated for forcing me to bring, in this case, Guimond to the Dragon Lord, and if I get very ridiculous coordinates, I'm gonna have to do some special things.
Oh, looks like you found the Stones of Sunlight there. So we're just looking for the Silver Harp, which we can change into the Staff of Rain in order to gain access to the final dungeon. Weapon and armor situation notwithstanding.
Well, now where do I go?
How much XP are Red Dragons worth in the other version?
350.
Okay. So they're worth 255 in this. For the most part, the XP values in this are rebalanced to what they are in the in all of the remakes. But there's a 255 cap due to this being an NES game and not wanting to completely reprogram the game from scratch. Like, so Red Dragons and Metal Slimes both end up getting, oh, and the Golem as well, all get capped out to 255 XP.
Hey, 5 more agility. You finally have some speed.
Does your speed actually begin with a 3 now?
It does. Oh. Rude.
Oh my gosh. We don't even know if that's Rimildar or Breckenary, do we?
Nope. Those are the only 2 towns we haven't found, I think.
That's correct.
I'm a gambling.
Cole and Catelyn are off to the east. Hawksness is off to the west.
Have we seen
Oh,
Charlotte
no, we
yet?
haven't. We haven't seen Shark. We haven't seen Garenham either, actually.
Oh, okay. So given what this randomizer can do, I'm starting to wonder now if Charlotte might be on the other side of the swamp cave.
It could be. So there aren't necessarily 2 continents in the randomized map, but if there are 2 continents, then the swamp cave will connect them. Oh wow, these red dragons have heal more as well as hurt more. Did I read that correctly?
Yep.
That's a good thing you stop spelled it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember how to get there.
I could help you, because I am taking notes.
Yeah,
look.
that's my...
Green dragons with healer is fun.
Oh, come on. Have I found Garenham yet? I don't think I have.
No, we just went over that. You hadn't.
Yeah.
At least he's not paying that close of attention to us.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't pay that much attention to me either.
Uh-oh. Okay. I made it!
Hey.
Aha, it's Rimildar. So this is the town where you can buy keys without having to get into a locked shop to buy the keys. I'm not sure why all the key merchants lock their shops in this game other than this one. It doesn't seem very good for business.
Alright.
But anyway, because so there's actually a key merchant in Tantagel Castle, which you'd need to unlock the shop in order to get to him. So once we have keys, then we don't really need to come back here to buy more. We can just buy more in Tantagel itself.
Nope.
Oh, the Fighter's Ring. Fighter's
That's
Ring
nice.
increases attack power by 2. It's pretty nice to have.
Ah.
50 short.
Yep. Let's go here.
Okay, so let's see what's in the treasury today.
Come on, money. Because I'm pretty sure the cave is going to be... Hey, I get to cheat. Just like Natara did in her Final Fantasy VII run.
So because there's a gold chest in the treasury, we can basically do what's called a gold glitch, where Game Boy is going to end up basically being able to open a chest without the game realizing that the chest has been opened, and therefore open the chest and get 500 gold repeatedly several dozen times until he has as much money as he feels like. Probably enough to buy a silver shield, which is the best shield in the game and costs about 15,000 gold.
It'd be interesting to see if he grinds up for the flame sword too, given that the Erdrick sword could still be in Charlotte Castle.
Should have gone to the throne room. I should have gone to the throne room.
To set up the gold glitch better. So the way the gold glitch actually works, this game has a counter for how many chests you've checked, because it'll respawn chests after you've left an area and come back, and it just marks the chests as whether or not you've opened them. However, there's only 8 slots for it to mark chests as opened. When you open the 9th chest, then it will stay full after you've taken the contents from it, and as a result, it will not be emptied, and you can keep checking it. However, the game will clear this whenever you go back to the world map. What you can do, the normal way to set it up is to check some chests in a cave and then die, and you get sent back to Tentacle Castle without having entered the world map. And what that will do is it will mean that, so you'll have, let's say you checked 5 chests in whatever cave, and then there's actually 3 chests in the throne room that we checked at the beginning of the game that also get marked off as checked. And then the last 2, whatever next chests you get will be glitched, and you can just keep opening them over and over. If they have gold, then you just get a bazillion gold. If they have items in them, then the game will get confused and will point to the wrong item name. And so you'll get some strange items, such as opening a chest and getting the Axe Ghost. However, it will still put the correct item in your inventory. So it's mostly just goofy. I've even had it give me the Ball of Light once, which is the item that you get when you beat the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't beat the game. They don't say, oh.
Unfortunately, it did not result in me immediately winning the game right there. Alright, so it, basically, Game Boy entered the world map to cause all these chests to respawn, and this time he's going to be setting up the gold glitch with that chest in the treasury that had gold in it. That's 2 chests.
Sorry, Sparkover, I'm not taking the curse spell today.
That's 3 and 4.
That's good enough.
Yep. You can do it with as few as 2 chests checked even. Because there are 3 in the throne room and then 4 in the treasury. And you just need to check 9 chests total in the 9th chest and any chest past the 9th chest will be the duplicated chest.
All right, as long as you remember which one is the gold chest,
As
you're
long
good.
as you remember which one the gold chest is. So Game Boy, do you remember which one the gold chest is?
Yes, bottom right.
Okay.
Just for insurance.
So we're gonna go and we're actually looking at. You need to load the screen with those 3 chests and they'll immediately get counted as checked, because we checked them at the beginning of the game and they're permanently marked as checked.
Time to cheat. Yeah, it's time to cheat. Game Boy's greatest hits coming out soon. Stores everywhere.
So how far are you going, Game Boy? You going up to Silver Shield or Silver Shield and Flame Sword?
Probably Silver Shield and Flame Sword and maybe some armor too. Because I saw a full plate hanging around here somewhere, so...
Yeah, that's right. It might be a while till we find the Erdrick's armor because it's hiding somewhere on the overworld map and we're not even sure where.
Yeah, I don't even know where the swamp cave is.
Well, at least the good news is he gets to buy the Silver Shield and the Flame Sword in the same town that gives him the coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that enough? Or are you buying magic armor instead?
Yeah, might as well buy magic armor. That's good. Was it like 33.6 or something like that? Sounds
Something like
about right.
that.
Yeah, 34.
So now, since the one thing you do lose on dying is half the gold you're carrying, Game Boy's actually going to save the game here. Normally, you don't really need to save the game when you're playing this, unless you're planning on stopping playing. But when you're carrying a lot of gold, that's the one reason. That's the one thing that you can lose on death, and therefore the one incentive to save the game instead of just going back and after you die and just carrying on.
No, that's the jerk. I did not find... No, I haven't found that yet. Oh, you have to find Garenham in order to get the silver harp.
Could be deep in Garen's grave as well.
I will find Cantlin again. I swear by it. Especially since I'm getting all these points. There we go. There we go.
I tell you, one of the best things McGrew did for this randomizer is making those 2 end bricks their actual shop counters in that shop.
Yep. Otherwise, because that merchant had just a very high chance of walking into that corner and you couldn't talk to him through the little wall there. We used to call him the merchant checking Twitter.
And now Game Boy's going to check out the 3rd shop here. Hopefully he finds magic armor. And he does. So at this point in the game, he is absolutely as equipped as he can get. He has a flame sword, he has the magic armor, and he has the silver shield.
Alright, what's your guess for coordinates?
Oh boy.
I'm guessing 50-50 to the southwest.
50-50 to the southwest.
1075. Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh. I guess you won't have a hard time counting these coordinates out.
Well, let's find out, shall we? I don't know. First of all,
so
heal
often
myself.
if the coordinates are very far away, or if they're on the second continent, you'll see runners pick up what we like to call the GPS. When you save the princess or prince, they will give you their love, and since their name starts with a G, it's Gwaelin's positioning system or Gloin's what is it? Glorin's position, Guimon's positioning
Guimon,
system.
yeah.
Yay! So I just wasted 7,700 quid.
Which cost you about 1 minute to pick up. Not even.
So
I
now,
could make that much money in 1 minute.
So now it is the hunt for the silver harp, which at this point in time has a very high probability of being somewhere in Garenham, either in Garenham proper or in the cave that will be under Garenham. Oh, actually, doesn't the cave under Garenham pretty much going to be the swamp cave at this point?
I think it is.
Now that I think about it.
Because we did.
Yeah, but we're not sure which side of Garenham the swamp cave will lead to.
That's true.
It could be we could end up finding the swamp cave and then that leads to Garenham, or it could be the other way around.
Right.
Star Wyvern, you are so rude. Green dragons are rude. Magi wyverns are rude.
Well, you know, if you had more agility, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, no. What are we up to anyway? 47!
Oh, good lord.
84 strength is pretty reasonable though. Like this is starting to get into strength levels where you can think about fighting the Dragon Lord.
Alright, there's got to be some here. There's got to be some here. Shoutouts to the Super Famicom Dragon Quest runners, because they keep killing gold men.
Yeah, because you need the gold now.
Yeah. It's got to be here somewhere. Well, I'm gonna have to
That's
leave
Caitlin
it
there
to
again.
Yeah, yeah.
And then to the east of that is Cole.
This map is something else. It's a bit windy.
Yeah, a lot of these maps have become that way since the newest version.
Yeah, it added some complexity to the map generation algorithm, especially with it also with 2 continent maps being valid.
I bet I haven't gone this way. There
Oh
it
yeah, I
is.
don't think you went this earlier. Oh hey, it's a town. Wow, this is a pretty cluster. It's a cluster of towns, really.
Hello, Armored Knight. Nice to see you. Join us for this great day.
Wait, people actually play the PlayStation 4 version?
There is a PlayStation 4 version?
There is.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
There's an Android version too. I have it.
That I did know.
I tried 100 times to get the death necklace in that one. I was sitting in an airplane and I must have traveled 100 miles before I finally got that thing.
Alright, so let's see. Is the silver harp here?
Well, if it's not, it's in the bottom 2 floors of Garen, Ham. Move it.
And NPC trolled. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Yeah,
There
there's
it
the
is.
silver harp. Okay, the silver harp can be changed into the staff of rain, and then we'll have all 3 items that are needed to get the rainbow drop from the jerk. At this point, we just are missing the Erdrick's sword.
So now the question becomes, do you go into the bottom of the grave to try, oh, ouch, to try to find it, or do you take the dive into Sharlock to find it?
That is a beautiful spell. I have 4 keys left.
That's plenty. You want to make sure that you don't run out of keys once you have them. Just because then you have to go back to Rumildar. But as long as you have at least 1 key left, you can unlock the key shop in Tantagel. Pick up a new pack of keys there.
This golem is playing nice.
Yeah, kind of derping off with Stop Spell, which we're actually immune to from the Erdrick's armor.
And it looks like it's a 75% stop spell. So this is going to be one heck of a grind spot.
Yeah, this couldn't be much more of a jet seed.
Only up to about 40 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
The only difficult part was actually finding all the things. And I guess we haven't even found all the things. We still haven't seen Sharlock. Which at this point is pretty much guaranteed to be on the other continent.
Yeah.
Or on the other side of the map, even if it's not another continent, then it's a divide by mountains.
That was like the worst excellent move ever.
61 point excellent move. Gee,
When you're doing
thanks.
40 damage on your normal hits, yeah.
Yeah.
So 255 XP per golem. I think the next level will be this golem at first level 16.
And 9750, I
At
believe.
this point, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to quickly hit the levels for just doing the Flame Sword against the Dragon Lord, even if the Erdrick Sword doesn't feel like showing out.
Oh, nice
Guess
power, no agility.
Yeah, guess who has 49 agility right now?
I didn't see the power.
95.
Okay, yeah, 95 and 30 is... It's pretty good.
Well, let's do the calculation here. If I find Erdrick's Sword, I'd be dealing 9 to 18, because my attack power would be 137, so you drop the 1, and then you divide by 2 round down to get your maximum of 18, and then you divide by 2 again to get 9. So I'm averaging 13 damage hit
If
for
you have
49 agility. Yeah.
Yeah, if you had
49
the
agility,
Erdrick Sword. If you don't have the Erdrick Sword, then it's only right now it's only 6 to 12, which is a little meager for where you want to be.
And how much magic do you have?
112.
And magic's pretty good. That's 13 heal mores.
I'm doing the math.
14
14.
heal mores, 8 MP each. And those are the 2 bits of math that you want to know for fighting the Dragon Lord. The Dragon Lord has up to 165 health, and it has 100 defense, which means that you subtract 100 from your attack power, and then it's whatever you get, you take half of that rounded down for your maximum damage, and then half again for your min damage. And then he also does around 40, up to 48 damage a turn. So usually every other turn you'll be casting a heal more. So you roughly have like a couple more turns than you have heal mores. So you kind of use those 2 bits of math to figure out, it's like, can I do 165 damage before I just run out of MP?
That was a meager level.
Yeah, I can't buy magic here. Or buy agility. Alright,
You gonna go looking for the Erdrick Sword, or...?
I'm gonna spend the night at the inn. So I'll come back to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
I've decided to find Sherlock. I don't know if Lavitz is going to kill any goldmen, by the way. Now that I've finally come around to read chat here. Oh. Well, Swamp Cave living up to its name.
It does spit you out in a swamp.
This does look like it's on the western half of the western edge of the map.
Yeah, it does.
Judging by that very straight coastline.
Aha!
All right, so there's going to be Breckenary.
Yep.
Oh, look. Breckenary.
Yeah, it's only good for one thing.
Basically, the only thing Breckenary is good for is it's 6 gold in.
Sometimes it has something useful in the armor shop, but that's pretty marginal even if it is the case.
So this looks like it's in the extreme southwest corner here.
Oh, it finally ended. I was wondering if that peninsula was ever going to end. Alright, so I guess I went the wrong direction. The gold man bites the dust. Oh, I'm missing something.
Whoops.
Well, that's all right. I've got it figured out. It's all figured out now.
So the missing something is that Game Boy never actually turned in his key items to get the rainbow drop.
Or the
So he has
Staff of Rain.
or the Staff of Rain for that matter. So he has to go south to this this cave down here to turn in his silver harp to get the Staff of Rain. Worth noting, the silver harp can be used to summon random enemies to fight. It's not usually used for that in the randomizer. It does give you random enemies of a like it has its own special group, I think, of random enemies that it gives you.
Mm-hmm. It saved somebody. So in the last Dragon Warrior randomizer tournament we have, it was what was called Chaos Mode, which basically means most everything about the game was randomized.
Yeah, including the stats of enemies and the skills that those enemies might have. So you might end up with enemies that have like absurdly high defense and you can't really hit them with melee weapons, or enemies that are made of paper and give 200 XP.
Right. Well, I remember the one seed. I forget who was playing it, but it was the castle was surrounded by a ton of swamp, but the silver harp was in the throne room. So whoever the runner was used the silver harp in order to grind without trekking through the swamp.
When they had like only like single digit health or barely in the teens health or something, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm thinking that was Ampharos, Amazing Ampharos, who did that.
Yeah, that might have been.
And then I think it was later copied. I know there were a few others who did that after that.
Now, I tried it. It didn't work, but I tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a tournament of this game coming up in the next month in August. I think it actually starts July 30th, right?
Yep, that's right.
Signups are still open. So if you like what you see here, we are going to be playing on a slightly slower paced version where we don't have the ultra fast text and stuff like that, which makes it actually a little bit easier because you get a little bit more time to think or draw on your piece of paper for the world map, or whatever.
Although if both runners agree, you can enable this option.
Can you? Is that still the case? I know that was the case last time, but I think that...
Yeah.
Okay, we are keeping that clause.
Mm-hmm.
Or read, you know, sometimes people like to actually be able to read the text before it flies off the edge of the screen.
Nah, reading's overrated.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I'm going with the infinitesimal chance, seeing that I'm here, to see if Erdrick's sword is here.
I'm gonna... Oh, it's not here, but at least we had the
So-
outside spell to jump back outside.
Yeah, so now it's time to play everybody's favorite game, the $25,000 Erdrick Sword Pyramid.
Yep. So much like you might see in Zelda Randomizer, so there's 7 chests in the final dungeon. There's 6 in the Sharlock Treasury, and then the vanilla Erdrick Sword chest, which is way out of the way. Chat, which chest, you can just give us a number 1 to 7. Which chest will Game Boy find the Erdrick Sword in?
And keep in mind, 7 is generally speaking going to be the vanilla location.
Yep.
Wells, and Cupcake Chris. But you're like me. I said pie when Nintaro was saying, "Oh, how many times will it take me to do this?" And I went with pie, but and then somebody bid 8.
I'll go with 5.
See, now I actually agree with Fluffy Mittens here. I'm going to go with 6.
Very last one.
Just to make you sweat just that little bit.
All right, we get to build the Rainbow Bridge here.
Someday we'll find it.
I was about ready to sing that.
What's your agility like now, by the way?
Terrible.
3? I don't know. 6?
it might effectively be 3.
I'm just fighting this red dragon because there's no point in trying to run.
Good point, Wells. Very good point. Because agility is the same number we're guessing.
What is it really? 52.
So, when you have the same agility as like a monster's runaway value, then it's 50-50. And for red dragons, that value is 90. So we have barely over a 25% chance to successfully run away.
And agility also plays a part in defense, too.
That's true. So we're running a little low on defense as well.
Yeah. So the Dragon Lord is going to hit a little harder than normal with his physical attacks.
Yep. It's fortunate that we
that.
have the silver shield for that.
Oh
reason.
my god, he got 10 agility. Look at World.
Wow. That's a big boost. You're normally pretty happy to see anything over 5 on a stat gain when you level up. And anything 10 or more is great to see. It is even possible to see 20 or more. Really kind of
This
blowing
is-
through those heal mores, however.
Yeah, this has become an exploration.
Just looking for the sword and probably won't have the ammo to fight the Dragon Lord when this is all said and done, when this dive is said and done.
Now, these red dragons are going to make the ultimate dive very interesting because he's not going to be able to get away from these red dragons very often at all. So he's going to have to wait, quote unquote, waste some heal mores on the way down.
Or use the MP on stop spell, which seems to at least greatly mitigate the amount of incoming damage from them.
Yeah, you go right ahead and heal Green Dragon. Let's see how far that gets you.
Yeah,
Not very.
heal goes up to 25 health. We're reliably hitting harder than that.
Unless, of course, it dodges 2 attacks in a row.
Yeah. Sit down. Just told that Green Dragon to sit down. Oh, You're like, no.
So you're actually getting to the point where the Death Necklace might be coming into play for you.
Yes. I think
We haven't seen the Death Necklace yet, have we?
No, it's got to be here in
Yeah.
Sherlock somewhere.
Yeah, so
I
take
don't know.
so
Given
let's
given
get
the
to it.
strength values, I don't think the Death Necklace really is that valuable here.
So for those unfamiliar, what does the Death Necklace do?
So the Death Necklace has been modified in the randomizer to help kind of smooth out some very extreme stat builds that the randomizer can give you. It penalizes your HP by 25% max HP, but gives you 10 attack power. And it also curses you, so the king will kick you out of the castle until you've beaten the game, which can cause problems sometimes. Yep, it does mean you can't go back to the castle if you die to the Dragon Lord. It also means you can't go back to the castle for any other reason unless you go to Breckenary and have the curse removed. But yeah, minus 25% max HP, plus 10 attack power. Now the reason I was saying it might not be that useful, it kind of goes into the little bit deeper math of like, what are your chances of beating the Dragon Lord with various HP totals and MP and attack power. And I won't go into too heavy math for that reason.
So 21 agility over the last 2 levels.
So well.
Ooh.
So I just burned my last magic key, so it's either
I guess you're gonna want to outside here and just go to Breckenary for your
yep.
For your heal up, so that you don't have to use another key to get back to Sherlock.
Who guessed one? Demarine.
Demarine guessed one. Also,
Demarine,
Trip Delight as well guessed one. So, congrats on you two for getting it correct. Oh, we found a magic key to bail us out as well.
Oh.
Or more than one magic key.
And who bid 6? Fluffy Mittens, you get the consolation prize.
Demarine, you get pride, not prize. Wear it proudly the rest of the day.
Can confirm she has a lot of pride.
Tell you what, she's an excellent commentator. As are you two.
I'm alright. Silver's better than I am.
I just spat off game mechanics.
Alright. Who wants to
wow,
see
this
Death
is some
Necklace?
This is some pretty huge max HP. I don't think I want to see Death Necklace until after we're past those red dragons, though.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, and look at that attack power too. My goodness. So if you use the Death Necklace, it's 27 and 13. Yeah, you're going to be doing 13 to 27.
It's actually the other thing about having these HP values, though, is having 144 HP actually gives him an extra turn before he even has to start healing. So that's why I was basically saying the not wearing the Death Necklace might be better, because our attack power is so high anyway. Doing 2 average damage more isn't a substantial increase anymore.
That's true. Yeah, you'd be going from 11 to 22 to 13 to 27. So
yeah. Whereas doing 2 extra damage when you're doing 6 to 12 is a much more appreciable increase.
Yeah. And if this keeps up, he's going to get another level on the way down.
Especially with those red dragons being nigh unrunnable, even after the levels.
Yeah. So after 16.5, the next one's 18.5, I think? Or is it 19.5?
19.5, I think.
19.5.
19.5.
I'm sure you can, if you wanted to, navigate Sherlock Castle blinds, just like you were navigating Garen's Grave blind for a little bit. However, that would be a little hard for our viewers to follow.
Hey, come on, it's just like Blackout and C1R.
A little hard for the viewers to follow.
Well, yeah.
Do. All right, well, the danger zone for now.
Okay, Kenny Loggins.
Ah, not you. Crap. Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, these guys, these armored knights are probably the biggest pain in the butts here in this castle. You know, the red dragons, you can't really run from them, but you can stop spell them and just wail on them. Quickly approaching the next level.
You know who we didn't see today?
The AK-47s?
Blue dragons.
No, we definitely saw blue dragons on the overworld. earlier. Who didn't we see? Metal slimes.
Yeah, we didn't see metal slimes.
No, you were right. We didn't.
Uh-oh.
So I
we see
couldn't do
metal
this.
slime.
I mean, I couldn't do this. I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Command, 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 command. Come on, chat, I want to see your command.
Yeah, they did a little bit of that earlier. 127 points away. And then we'll try to go for the lowest score possible.
Interestingly, with this much attack power, you can actually do several points of damage reliably to a metal slime. Because your attack power is over 130.
That's right. All right, so let's see what he gets here. Gee, oh my goodness.
Well, now we have a real agility value.
Yay. 80. I can actually run. Yes, there is running in this game.
Really? It actually, the run
Yes.
command actually works?
Normally, you see it used. It works if you're not high spirits.
There you go. I ran away.
So one added thing to the randomizer down here is in this little, when you enter the Dragon Lord's room, there's actually a forced fight that you have to beat.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
We're gonna play that game, huh?
She's 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's at least a 1 in 64. I think I'm gonna call a foul on that.
You're not very good at playing the flute. You just kind of like blew into it like a third grader on a recorder.
Wait, that's not how you play a flute?
Oh, I think I played it expertly. Yeah, because it's fun.
My body is being squeezed. And we are just now going to thump the Dragon Lord.
Make sure you hold B when you're talking to the Dragon Lord, because if you tell him yes, he'll be like, "Are you sure?" And if you tell him yes again, then he'll be like, "Okay, sure, we can split the world half and half. I guess you're not doing the King's Quest, so you're not playing this game anymore." And then the timeline branches off to Dragon Quest Builders, right?
I think so.
Yep.
That's how that works.
I did confirm that I was carrying the prince, so I fulfilled that.
And he's
the
dead.
Dragon Lord with that 150 some attack power got sliced through like butter. I couldn't even keep track of the damage that you were doing.
No, I couldn't either. It's just like, oh look, chunk. Okay, well, you're dead.
And the game is over.
We
GG,
actually
sir.
count time at the end of that dialogue bit after the last bit of dialogue is cleared. basically, or rather, the last bit of dialogue kind of is the control when control's taken away from you. We got some victory toots from Labbits.
All right, so next in this wonderful marathon, we have another randomizer coming up here by Gameboyf9. Game Boy, what do you got in store for us coming up next?
Oh, so I know. Let's play do this way. RPG Chick has a really nice sense of humor, so I figured I'd throw the most humorous thing I could think of, which is golf randomizer. So it's that's what we're gonna do. Look, Psych Bike Rando would have been a good one too, but oh, I guess we should finish the credits. There we go. Credits are over.
All right, so now we get to go to the golf randomizer. This is going to be fun.
I know
I did
nothing about this game.